is a country in western South America. It is bordered in the north by Ecuador and Colombia, in the east by Brazil, in the southeast by Bolivia, in the south by Chile, and in the south and west by the Pacific Ocean. Peru is a megadiverse country with habitats ranging from the arid plains of the Pacific coastal region in the west to the peaks of the Andes Mountains extending from the north to the southeast of the country to the tropical Amazon basin rainforest in the east with the Amazon River. Peru has a population of 34 million, and its capital and largest city is Lima, at 1.28 million square kilometers, 0.5 million mi². Peru is the 19th largest country in the world, and the third largest in South America. Peruvian territory was home to several cultures during the ancient and medieval periods, and has one of the longest histories of civilization of any country, tracing its heritage back to the 10th millennium BC. Notable pre-colonial cultures and civilizations include the Caral Soup civilization, the earliest civilization in the Americas, and considered one of the cradles of civilization, the Nazca culture, the Wari and Tiwanaku empires, the Kingdom of Cusco, and the Inca Empire, the largest known state in the pre-Columbian Americas. The Spanish Empire conquered the region in the 16th century and established a viceroyalty that encompassed most of its South American territories, with its capital in Lima. Higher education started in the Americas with the official establishment of the National University of San Marcos in Lima in 1551. Peru formally proclaimed independence in 1821, and following the foreign military campaigns of José de San Martín and Simón Bolívar, and the decisive Battle of Ayacucho, Peru completed its independence in 1824. In the ensuing years, the country first suffered from political instability, until a period of relative economic and political stability began due to the exploitation of guano. Later, the War of the Pacific, 1879 to 1884, with Chile brought Peru to a state of crisis, from which the oligarchic clarification needed, seized power through the Civilista Party. In the 20th century, the country endured coups, social unrest, and internal conflicts, as well as periods of stability and economic upswing. In the 1990s, the country implemented a neoliberal economic model under Alberto Fujimori, with his political ideology of Fujimorism encompassing the governance of Peru into the present day through a cult of personality. As the 2000s commodities boom took place, Peru experienced a period of constant economic growth and a decrease in poverty. Through the 2010s and into the 2020s, political crises and the COVID-19 pandemic in Peru revealed long-existing vulnerabilities of the nation's lack of political function and the inability to provide social services for its citizens, with unrest beginning into 2023 raising concerns of political leaders in Lima seeking a more authoritarian government. Broadly interpreted impeachment wording in the 1993 Constitution of Peru, and of February 2023, ruling by the Constitutional Court of Peru has essentially given Congress absolute control of Peru's government. The capital city of Lima is currently in a state of emergency, until June 2, 2023, due to the protests. The sovereign state of Peru is a representative democratic republic divided into 25 regions. Peru has a high level of human development, with an upper middle income level, ranking 82nd on the Human Development Index. It is one of the region's most prosperous economies with an average growth rate of 5.9% in 2017, and it has one of the world's fastest industrial growth rates at an average of 9.6% as of 2018. Its main economic activities include mining, manufacturing, agriculture, and fishing, along with other growing sectors, such as telecommunications and biotechnology. The country forms part of the Pacific Pumas, a political and economic grouping of countries along Latin America's Pacific coast that share common trends of positive growth, stable macroeconomic foundations, improved governance, and an openness to global integration. Peru ranks high in social freedom. It is an active member of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, the Pacific Alliance, the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, and the World Trade Organization, and is considered as a middle power. Peru has a population that includes mestizos, Amerindians, Europeans, Africans, and Asians. The main spoken language is Spanish, although a significant number of Peruvians speak Quechuan languages, Aymara, or other indigenous languages. This mixture of cultural traditions has resulted in a wide diversity of expressions in fields such as art, cuisine, literature, and music. Peru is located on the central western coast of South America facing the Pacific Ocean. It lies wholly in the southern hemisphere, its northernmost extreme reaching to 1.8 minutes of latitude, or about 3.3 kilometers, 2.1 miles south of the equator, covers 1,285,216 square kilometers, 496,225 square miles of western South America. It borders Ecuador and Colombia to the north, Brazil to the east, Bolivia to the southeast, Chile to the south, and the Pacific Ocean to the west. The Andes Mountains run parallel to the Pacific Ocean. They define the three regions traditionally used to describe the country geographically. The coast to the west is a narrow, largely arid plain, except for valleys created by seasonal rivers. The Sierra Highlands is the region of the Andes. It includes the Altiplano Plateau as well as the highest peak of the country, the 6,768 meters, 22,205 feet Huascarán. The third region is the selva, jungle, a wide expanse of flat terrain covered by the Amazon rainforest that extends east. Almost 60% of the country's area is located within this region. The country has 54 hydrographic basins, 52 of which are small coastal basins that discharge their waters into the Pacific Ocean. The final two are the endorheic basin of Lake Titicaca and the Amazon basin, which empties into the Atlantic Ocean. Most Peruvian rivers originate in the peaks of the Andes and drain into one of three basins. Those that drain toward the Pacific Ocean are steep and short, flowing only intermittently. Tributaries of the Amazon River have a much larger flow and are longer and less steep once they exit the Sierra. Rivers that drain into Lake Titicaca are generally short and have a large flow. 166. Peru's longest rivers are the Ucayali, the Marañón, the Putumayo, the Yavari, the Huallaga, the Urubamba, the Mantaro, and the Amazon. The largest lake in Peru, Lake Titicaca between Peru and Bolivia high in the Andes, is also the largest of South America. The largest reservoirs, all in the coastal region of Peru, are the Pochos, Tinajones, San Lorenzo, and El Fraile reservoirs. Because of its varied geography and climate, Peru has a high biodiversity, with 21,462 species of plants and animals reported as of 2003, 5,855 of them endemic, and is one of the megadiverse countries. Peru has over 1,800 species of birds, 120 endemic, over 500 species of mammals, over 300 species of reptiles, and over 1,000 species of freshwater fishes. The hundreds of mammals include rare species like the puma, jaguar, and spectacled bear. The birds of Peru produce large amounts of guano, an economically important export. The Pacific holds large quantities of sea bass, flounder, anchovies, tuna, crustaceans, and shellfish, and is home to many sharks, sperm whales, and whales. The invertebrate fauna is far less inventoried. At least beetles, Coleoptera, have been surveyed in the Beetles of Peru project, led by Caroline S. Chabu, University of Nebraska, USA, and this revealed more 12,000 documented and many new species for Peru. Peru also has an equally diverse flora. The coastal deserts produce little more than cacti, apart from hilly fog oases, and river valleys that contain unique plant life. The highlands above the tree line known as Puna is home to bushes, cactus, drought-resistant plants such as ichu, and the largest species of bromeliad, the spectacular Puya raymondii. The cloud forest slopes of the Andes sustain moss, orchids, and bromeliads, and the Amazon rainforest is known for its variety of trees and canopy plants. 176. Peru had a 2019 Forest Landscape Integrity Index mean score of 8.86/10, ranking it 14th globally out of 172 countries.